Howdy again, everybody. I know it's been a long time since I posted. I've been away at some work trips, traveling a lot over the last several weeks, and just working on house projects and things like that. So finally got a chance to get back out in here in the workshop, and it didn't take any time at all really, but I went ahead and put the cone shape on these fittings that I'll be using for the tender. These are I call them the cone fittings, and you can see why. It's got a radius nose, and I used the form tool. I'll show you that in a second. So this fits over the copper tube here that I'll be using for the actual the connections. And just to show you how that goes, let's see. So this is right. Sorry. These are one of the adapters that I made. This has got the pipe fitting on this side, and then the fitting, the receptacle fitting on that side. And the next thing I need to do is make some nuts that will hold them all together. So that's how it goes together. I hope that makes sense. It's a fun and easy process on the lathe. Using the 5C collet chuck. Just put the fittings, probably about 3 weeks ago I made these, and I had not yet rounded the cones. Here is the form tool, if I can get it in the focus somewhere there. Turn this light off on the lathe, maybe you can see it better. Well, maybe not. Well, there's the form tool for the lathe. Let me bring it over. I'll turn that light back on. It's pretty easy to make. Once I made the first one, I checked there you can see the radius, and then of course the radius is there, and then there's a relief below it. I think I've shown that in the past before. So once I made the first one, then I would set the DRO. I'd zero it out. Most specifically, it's important the X travel this direction here. And because the Z would vary depending on how far I actually stuck the little cones into it. You don't put them in all the way. You want them sticking out a little bit. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. If not, ask questions. But so I'm back at it, and plan I'll set up and make some of the nuts tonight. Let me show you some other groovy things I got here. I finally, after years of not having one, I finally found a sweet deal for a 7/16 inch hex 5C collet on, I was about to say YouTube, on eBay. It was less than $20. I think it's from Shar's, and it fits nice. I've already tested it. So here's a piece of the 7/16 inch brass, and I'll be making the nuts out of this. So I'll so I can show. Here's, I drew out the receptacle side. I just showed you those, and the nuts are, there we go. So the 7/16 inch brass is a pretty simple matter of drilling a small hole through, a larger hole that's the tap size, and then I use a flat bottom drill, and then the tap with the tailstock die holder or tap holder, and tap the nuts and then cut them off. And I'll just have to make a bunch of those, which I'll make some tonight, probably finish tomorrow, and I'll do a longer video. I have an explanation, a little diagram I did for the water flow from the tender with the hand pump that I thought might be useful and helpful to show. So I'll do that soon too. Once again, folks, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful.